Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and very warm welcome to my dear students of class 7. I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. The students of class 7, this is your English unit, and in this unit we will start our new topic as we have done the previous topic poem, The Night Mail. Okay, so in today's topic we'll do the reading of the topic and the explanation will be given on the next lecture when we complete the reading of the topic. So I am going to start the reading of the topic, The Valley of the Spiders. Okay, so please take out the books. Yes, everyone, have you taken out the books? Great. Open the page number 123. Now I am going to start the reading, so stay with me and listen to me very carefully when I say the word, the pronunciation, which is very important. So you must have to follow the same pattern, the way of the reading of mine. Okay, so I am going to start the reading. Towards the midday, the three pursuers came abruptly round a bend in the dry river bed into a very broad, spacious valley. The difficult and winding trench of pebbles along which they had tracked off fugitive for so long expanded to a broad slope. Together the three men left the trail and rode up to stop on a small hill, the two other a little behind the man with the silver-studded bridle. Next paragraph. They scanned the great expanse below them with eager eyes. It spread far, with only a few clusters of thorn bushes dotted through the desolation of the yellow grass in the now waterless riverbed. In the distance lay the bluish slope of the further hill, and above them, invisibly supported and seeming indeed to hang in the blue, were the snow-clad mountain tops that grew larger and bolder as the sides of the valley drew together. But the three men looked only steadfastly across the valley. The gaunt man with the scared lip was the first to speak. Now here, he said, was disappointment in his voice. Now my dear students, open the page number 124. As you can see, the picture is coming. So when you will open the page number 124, the same picture will appear. Okay, now I'm going to start the reading of that page. They don't know we are after them, said the little man or the white horse, and they can't go fast on feet. I know all that, snarled the man with the silver bridle. The gaunt man said, if we ride hard. We glanced at the white horse and paused. Curse all white horses, said the man with the silver bridle. The little man looked down at his steed and sighed. The two others stared again across the valley. Come on, said the owner of the silver bridle. Suddenly the horse hoofs of the three made a multitudinous, faster, faint pattering as they turned back towards the trail. They rode cautiously down the long slope before them, through a waste of prickly, twisted bushes and strange dry shapes of horny branches that grew amongst the rocks, into the level below, and there the trail grew faint. The soil was scanty, and the only herbage sparse. Still by hard scanning, learning down over the horse's neck and pausing often, they followed their prey. प्रे किसे कहा जाता है? प्रे कहते हैं फ्रेंड को या दोस्त को, ठीक है. When they trod in place, bent and broken blades of the coarsest grass, and occasionally the sufficient intimation of a footmark, and once they saw a smear of blood where the escaped servant girl may have trod. The gaunt man checked his leader's tracking, and the little man on the white horse rode behind, a man lost in the dream. They rode one after another, the man with the silver bridle leading, and they spoke never a word. After a time, the little man on the white horse started out of his dream. He was suddenly aware that besides the little noises of their horses and equipment, the whole great valley was as quiet as painted scene. There was no breeze. What a vast, still place it was, and the sky opened and black except for the sombre veil of haze and had gathered in the upper valley. Blank slopes on either side, with no sign of any life. A wilderness once more he slumped down. Again he saw startled from his daze when he pulled up sharply to avoid a collision with the gaunt man who had stopped upon the trail. Just at the guilty moment, he caught his master's eye looking hard at him. For a time, he forced an interest in the tracking, and then, as they rode again, he was distracted again watching. Now, open the page number 126. The movement of the shadows as they passed them, they had ridden 4 days out of the very limits of the world into the desolate place. Why? All for some worthless runway. Hullo, said the gaunt man. All three stopped abruptly. What? Asked the master. What? Something coming, said the gaunt man, pointing. As he had spoken, an animal crested a race and coming racing towards them. It was big wild dog, running with such an intensity of purpose that he did not seem to see the horseman he approached. As he drew nearer, the little man felt for his sword and shouted. He is mad, said the gaunt rider. The dog strewed painting past them. The little man watched its flight. There was no foam, he said. The man with the silver-stubbed bridle stared up the valley. Oh, come on, he cried, and they moved on. The little man left the insoluble mystery of a dog that fled from nothing but the wind and lapsed into deep thoughts. Come on, he whispered to himself. Why should it be that he gets to command me? Then the little man became aware of something. He rode up beside his gaunt fellow. Do you notice the horses? He said quietly. They don't like this wind. But then dropped behind as the master glared at him. It's all right, said the gaunt-faced man. They rode on again in the silence. The foremost two scant. On the next page, the trial, the little man watched the haze that crept down the vastness of the valley and noted how the wind grew in strength moment by the moment. Far away on the left he saw a line of wild hogs galloping down the valley, but said nothing about that, nor did he remark again upon the uneasiness of the horses. And then he saw first one, then many more great shining white balls, like a gigantic head of thistledown that soared high in the air, and dipped up and down again, and caught for a moment, and hurried on and passed. And at the sight of them, the restlessness of the horses increased. Suddenly, a huge boar rushed past them, squealing loudly. And at that, all the three stopped and sat in their saddle, staring into the thickening haze that was coming upon them. If it were not for this Thistledown, began the leader. But now a big globe came drifting past within a score of yards of them. It was really not an even spear at all, but a vast, soft, ragged, filmy thing, a sheet gathered by the corners, an aerial jellyfish, as it were, but rolling over and over as it advanced and trailing long cobwebby thread and streamers that floated in its wake. It is not Whistledown, said the little man. I don't like the stuff, said Gaunt Man, as they looked at one another. So that is the story which we did the reading. The reading still is incomplete. We have not completely read out the chapter. The chapter is quite lengthy. आपका जो chapter है वो काफ़ी lengthy है, इसकी reading भी ज़्यादा है. तो आज के लेक्चर में इतनी ही रीडिंग इंशाल्लाह हम कर पाए हैं. इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में हम इसको अगेन रीड करेंगे और कोशिश मेरी रहेगी कि नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में मैं रीडिंग के फ़ौरन ही बाद आपको तमाम पूरे चैप्टर की एक्सप्लेनेशन प्रोवाइड कर दूँ। प्रॉब्लम थोड़ा सा इसमें यहाँ पर आया है कि ऑब्वियसली इन फिज़िकल क्लासेस तो मैं आपको 1 बाय 1 एक्सप्लेन कर पा रही थी, बट इन ऑनलाइन सेशन दैट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर मी बिकॉज द लेटर एज यू कैन सी इन द पिक्चर इज़ नॉट मस्ट विजिबल। और दूसरी बात ये कि आपका जो चैप्टर्स हैं रीडिंग सर्कल के, आपको अंदाज़ा है कि बहुत बड़े बड़े टॉपिक्स हैं, तो मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता मैं इसको वाइंड अप कर पाती। तो इसलिए मैंने आज के लेक्चर में आपको सिर्फ रीडिंग प्रोवाइड की है। तो आप ये मत समझिएगा कि आज के लेक्चर में मुझे कुछ करना नहीं है। यू हैव टू डू द रीडिंग, आपने इसको सुनना है और आपने द वैली ऑफ द स्पाइडर की रीडिंग करनी है। दिस इज़ योर होमवर्क, ओके। तो इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट सेशन में जो रिमेनिंग पेजेस हैं उसको वाइंड अप करके मैं आपको एक्सप्लेनेशन प्रोवाइड करूँगी रिगार्डिंग द टॉपिक। अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। टेक केयर। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।